So in our today's workshop also, if you use the variance-based SEM, that is PLS-SEM, partial least square structural equation modeling, you can use any of the software. I am not expert. I have little bit knowledge on SmartPLS because I used in my PhD data. So recently, a whole analysis I done by myself. Other softwares also are there. So you can any softwares, but if you ask me, what are the softwares very popular in these two cases? In CV-SEM, AMOS, and PLS-SEM or variance-based SEM, the SmartPLS. Basic SEM model, already I showed you, it will be like that. See, now in details, I think the example will come here. Exogenous variable, look at X. This is independent variable, endogenous variable, this is dependent variable. Exogenous variable, latent variables that serve only as independent variables in a structural model. Endogenous variables, latent variables that serve as both independent and dependent variables in a structural model. So it can work two ways. So if you have more mediator in the model, so in that case, you will see that your endogenous variable, one case dependent, another case it will work also as a independent variable. So that's why it's saying. But independent variable, exogenous variables, it doesn't have that opportunity. You have to know the mediator and moderator when you're using the structural equation. Structural equation modeling. Mediator basically would be known as the endogenous variable. So in other words, moderator will work as an independent variable or the exogenous variable. Here, see, it is very clear. Observed variable, I told earlier slide, or the latent variables. Look at here. So observed, the first thing is observed variables. Items or indicators used to measure an observation. See, look at here. In simple word, if I say what is observed variables, it is nothing but question of the questionnaire. Suppose you have work-life balance, one measurement or one measurement or latent variables. It has three questions. These are the observed variables. In other words, we use the terms items or indicators. In the model, this will be drawn by a box. Observed variable will be, you have to keep in mind, it will be drawn by a box. Latent variables, it will be drawn by a circle. Latent variables, constructs that are abstract, complex, and cannot be measured directly. So it is X is measured by these three. So directly you cannot measure that. Now the latent variables, see, both are latent variables, X as well as Y. X, you know, this is also latent variables, but in this case, we know this is exogenous or independent variable. Y is also latent variables. This is also endogenous or dependent variables. You have to remember, so which one is observed variables and which one is latent variables. Let me give another example. What I said right now, I mentioned work-life balance is the latent variables. And under the work-life balance, you have three questions. So that is your observed variables. Let's come here. Why? Because of work-life balance, what is your dependent variable? Suppose dependent variables, you want to show that organizational performance. So how you are measuring the organizational performance, as you said, cannot be measured directly. So it will be measured by maybe organizational performance. You can check the ROI or profit So like that, you have maybe 3 measurement criteria. So that is you are saying the observed variables. So who are attending first time, maybe it will be, of course, it will be new things. So maybe it will be difficult to remember. But if you practice, if you listen the session again and again, and next time also if you attend few other workshops and practice, then only you can be the expert on that. So if you ask me how many times I attended, how many workshop I attended, and how many hours I spent to be an competent person, still I don't know I'm competent or not. So it is uncountable. Okay. So don't be upset who are attending first time. So if you listen second time, it will be more clear to you. Measurement model. So what is measurement model? In measurement model, we have two criteria already we have seen: the reflective measurement model and the formative measurement model. This is the structural model. And structural model, what we do in the structural model,